Hello everybody, I am so excited. This is not my first take on this video. In fact, this is take number 3 and we're gonna hope third time is a charm. The reason it's been challenging for me is 1, I'm not in my normal place as you've probably noticed, and 2, there's a lot of videos on the 12 and I don't want to repeat everything that everyone else has been saying. So in this video, we're gonna focus on this watch after over a year. I think I've owned this watch and worn it almost daily for about a year and a half now. And it has been definitely used as a daily driver. So it's been exposed to everything from sports to water to showers to swimming, shocks, bumps. I'm clumsy, so I do bang it on things accidentally. So I'm going to show you the scratches, I'm going to talk about the movement and what I think of that, if it's a good value, how comfortable it is. This one doesn't have a micro adjust clasp and it is a butterfly. We're gonna go into everything here, practical, real world stuff. I don't have a studio, so we're going to show you wrist rolls and I'm going to just throw it on my wrist and show you guys the size and nothing fancy. So let's get into that. And right before we get started, I just want to say, guys, we have over 100 subs. This is nuts. I've gotten so many comments from you guys and they're awesome. Literally make my day. So if you guys have any comments, any questions, any feedback, I would love to read them. So you know what to do. And if you want to join the channel and help this thing grow, take us to the moon, you know where the red button is. So thank you guys, and now let's put this bad boy on this wrist. I was gonna say bad wrist, but my wrist thankfully works. Almost spilled my cup of coffee. Okay, so I got the mic on. This is the 40mm 12. Now, when I purchased this watch, it didn't exist in 38mm. It only had a 36 and a 40. I wanted a date, so I got the 40. This wrist right here that I own is a 6.75 inch wrist, relatively flat. So let's see how it fits. I'm just gonna snap that butterfly clasp. You can see the light play. It's just a really cool bracelet. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So here is how that 40mm looks. So as you can see, it's not too big, but it is larger. If I could buy it now, I'd get 38mm for my wrist or the 36, although I do like the date and I do like the screw down case back. The case back on the 38, I'm kneeling, the 38 and the 40, the case back has screws, and on the 36, it's a snap in case back. Now, Christopher Ward claims that they're all equal and the water resistance is equal, and I do believe them, but I do like screws. So that led me to these two, and I like the date. That's how it looks. Let's get a little more candid for you. Here, this is terrible. Here you go. So as you can see, it wears really nice, really thin. That's something that is really worth talking about, is the thinness of this watch. It is wicked thin. It wears really elegantly. But it's also sporty because of that integrated bracelet. So when you are wearing some sporty clothes, you're walking around, you know, doing whatever you do, I think it looks really nice. It doesn't look like you are sporting a dress watch, which is a bonus. This is a moment you've been waiting for where I get my darn face out the camera. Here you go. This is the watch. And as you can see, that color, it looks kind of white here, but if I turn it, whoa, what just happened? It turned kind of silvery. So it's a silvery white and it has a shimmer to it. So see that shimmer? It's almost like it's got a sunburst, but it's not sunburst. That's just, see that? It's kind of bending the light there. It's a really cool dial. And then it looks white here. So I like how dynamic it is. I think it's a great color and it really does introduce a lot of dynamic light play, whatchamacallit. I don't really know how to explain it. It looks great and I think it's really cool, but if you're looking for a flat white, this is not your color. Or it is your color. You just need to open open your mind to silvery. Comfort. This is the big boy. This is the big boy. This is the big one. Because if the watch looks great, but it doesn't feel great, honestly, you'd be surprised at how rarely it ends up on your wrist, because we don't like to be uncomfortable. And that partially is due to thickness and partially due to the bracelet. Now, thickness is subjective. Some people love thick watches. I can't do it. I can't. If I wear a hoodie and the hoodie gets stuck under the watch all the time, or like a cuffed shirt with a cuff, and the cuff, it like can't go over the watch, it drives me crazy. Maybe I'm a little OCD about that. But this watch is so thin, shirts, hoodies, cuffs slide over it beautifully. That's worth a lot to me. Butterfly clasp. Do you notice this is relatively flat? So it doesn't dig in. Some butterfly clasps are too curved and they dig into your wrist and feel really uncomfortable. This one is beveled very nicely and it doesn't dig in. The other thing that's really cool is, do you see these holes? Some butterfly clasps have those holes in them even when they're closed, which means if the watch is a little tight, you'll get these like impressions in your wrist. I don't like that. When you close this butterfly clasp, it fills in the hole. So I'm trying to give you a good view of that. See how it's smooth? There's no holes to leave impressions on your wrist. That's great. And the other thing is, listen to the click. Crispy. And this is a well-used butterfly clasp. So I think it's gonna last a really long time. And again, it's not offensive. So I really can't complain about it. They chose the butterfly clasp to have that design, and it looks great, and it's not an uncomfortable design, so I really can't knock them for it. The fact that the new ones have micro adjust is radical. That's awesome. I would love to get my hands on one of those bracelets eventually. Speaking of bracelets, do you see how nice and beveled and soft that inner link looks compared to nice and angular outer design? I don't really know what I'm saying here. These are comfortable. These are very soft. They are very comfortable on your wrist. These on the outside look nice and sharp. They reflect light. They look very precisely finished. Really it's a very sharp design, the whole watch. So having that on the outside, but then having something so gentle on the inside is exactly what you want, and it wears great. The thinness, plus these soft inner links, plus the pretty well-designed butterfly clasp. It's very comfy to daily drive, and it's a pleasure to have on the wrist. Last positive, and then I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna grind my axe. Or I have an axe to grind, is that how you say it? So the Lume, wicked. It's like a radioactive iceberg. When I go outside and I come back in, the indices in the hands are this bright blue, and it looks awesome. I mean, Lume isn't the most important thing on a watch, but if you're like me, you're a grown person that still likes glow-in-the-dark stuff, and that's okay. That's why we have Lume, because they don't make glow-in-the-dark shoes in our size anymore, and that got to change. I still want my glow-in-the-dark shoes. This video is gonna get so long because I'm just screwing around. Okay, time to grind my axe. The movement. Now, if you like to move it, then this is gonna be great for you, because we have a 36 to 38-ish hour power reserve. So you need to be somewhat active with this watch. You don't want to neglect it for a couple of days on the nightstand, because it will run out of juice. And the Powermatics that might be in, let's say, a Tizo, they do have more power reserve. With that said, I am more of a fan of these movements because they are more serviceable. Solitas, any watchmaker should have experience with a Solita, access to parts, and be able to work on them or swap them out. So it's very serviceable. That is worth more to me than the power reserve of, let's say, a Powermatic. With that said, they do have a SW300-1, which is an upgraded version of this movement, in the titanium ones. And those have over 50 hours of power reserve and a chronometer rating. And I'm bummed because they don't let you option that into the steel version and pay a little extra. I understand why this version doesn't come with it from the factory at this price point. It's just, the quality is so high in the finishing that the cost of doing all of that and then putting the 300-1 movement, they're not leaving much room for profit. They got to make money somehow. So that makes sense. And this is a great movement. It's been more accurate than my Miyota's, running at plus about 3 seconds a day. Some days it runs perfect, like it doesn't gain or lose any time. So it is dialed in and it hasn't gone wonky when I bumped it on things. It's really consistent. And again, compared to my Miyota's, it is better. I mean, objectively speaking, the accuracy and the consistency. So great movement. 36 hour, 38 hour, I can't remember if it's 36 or 38. Not the greatest for me, might be totally fine for you. And if you want more power reserve, I definitely recommend the titanium ones until Christopher Ward maybe someday gives us the option to upgrade the movement in the steel version. I like the steel because I'm clumsy and I scratch my watches, and titanium's a little softer with scratches, so I do prefer to have something a little harder, and that's why this was my choice. Okay, so if you haven't already noticed, it's progressively getting darker, so I'm gonna have to wrap up the video and give you guys my takeaway, which this is the one thing I'd want you to take from this video, if you could take anything. And I've coined it the wow effect. And what the wow effect is, right, is it's something where you pick it up, right, in hand, and you feel it and you go, wow, that's heavy. Wow, that's dense. Wow, that's thin. Wow, that lume is really bright. Wow, it's comfortable. It's a series of wows that happen when you engage with the watch. Not just, wow, that looks nice. It's the feel. It's how the watch interacts with you on a daily basis, how it wears, how thin it is, everything like that. It is a special watch, and a lot of people get excited about it because of those wows. There's so many wows that come from this watch that Owen Wilson could have a career just reacting to it. And anyways, I love the watch. It's my first automatic watch, and it got me so excited about automatic watches that I started collecting them. But to this day, I adore this, and I probably spend most of my time with it. So if that's not speaking to this being a special and awesome watch, I don't know what is. If you're comparing it to the PRX, I'm gonna be honest, I love the PRX, but if you can save your money and be patient and then get one of these in the future, I would recommend it, because this watch is just so special and it's such a pleasure to live with. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is my review finally on the 12. And if you want to see more watch videos and other random stuff, I reviewed a cooler, go check it out. Hit that subscribe button to see the future content. Okay, take care everyone, and we will see you next time.